Hello everyone, today we're talking about the ROG Ally in 10 months after or almost a year after the release. How does it feel using it? Does it work? What is the battery? How is the gameplay and all these things? So today I'm gonna take you through everything that you should expect, whether it is worth it to even buy if you had not bought already or not. So the number one thing, of course, let's talk about the battery of this ROG Ally. How long does it last and all these things. Under normal circumstances, to be honest, I tried to run it as much as I could, and then I realized that under normal circumstances, by default, it lasts at least an hour or a bit more, when you're playing, and then when it discharges from a charger or electricity, what it does is that it has its own power save mode where it begins to at least a bit slows down the way it runs the things, or when you're playing a game and all these things. So it will try to minimize as much as possible by default. I never tried to change the settings and all. With that being like that, it will last me at least an hour. And of course, if you are to plug it on electricity, the speed will begin to run faster, 60 frames per second, and all these things to boost the performance of your video games. So yes, the battery is just how long it lasts, but most importantly, if maybe you don't want to bother yourself so much, you just want to game and you want to sleep and you know you're going to game for the next 2 to 3 hours, it is safe to have your own personal power bank. I also have my power bank that I plug in when I want to game like that. So now let's head to the second thing. How about the games? How do they look? So yes, about the screen, one thing that I noticed about a screen is that it does show a good display, because I was comparing it with my Steam Deck of the LCD screen. So I noticed there was a huge difference when I was playing GTA 5 on a Steam Deck versus on the ROG Ally. The ROG Ally, it was giving me smooth performance, nice display. So I noticed that I would play more GTA 5 with the ROG Ally instead. And yes, of course, don't be confused by this. This is a pouch, okay? And speaking about a pouch, this, of course, is still the white version that you know. It's still the white version, but the pouch helps in cases where maybe, especially if you are to mess it up. If it does not have a pouch as it is white in color, you are most likely to mess it up. It will get dirty and all these things. For instance, I have my Nintendo Switch, which has white Joy-Cons, and I noticed they are starting to look brownish, get dirty. Of course, you can wipe them off and stuff, but this simplify things if you're not somebody who always like cleaning up and all these things. So in terms of keeping it in good condition, to have a pouch, it does help. Like this, I also bought my own case where I put it inside. It does not come with a case. That is something you should note. And now let's head into what about the memory card. Do you know when it just first came out? If you didn't know, there was a rumor that it burns off memory cards. Sometimes it will melt inside. It never gets off. But one thing that I noticed is that I never tried to insert a SD card because I didn't want to risk such thing. Plus, it comes with 512 gigabytes in storage. So I saw that there was no need. But then one time when I was doing some video, I tried to insert it, though I was not playing a game and stuff. I kinda almost struggled to get the SD card out from my ROG Ally. So I cannot confidently say it works or it does not work, or what in terms of melting or all those things. Some people would say that in their ROG Ally, they had no issues putting inside, it never melts or stuff like that, okay? So it depends. Myself, I never thoroughly tested it, but I saw a bit of a sign, so I cannot really rely, but I will give it a try some other time. Okay, now let's head to something that I like about it. I like the fact that I played this game. This is Yakuza Like a Dragon, and I get to notice that it is still held where I last played as I opened this ROG Ally. And I like the fact that it is still pausing where I last stopped. I don't know when it was. It's been almost a month or so. I haven't played this game or over a month, but it still allows me to resume from where I left. So it's something that I love. It knows how to suspend games correctly. And in terms of comfortability, when you're in bed, when you're gaming and all these things, how does it feel using the ROG Ally? I think it does get a bit tiring, okay? But in terms of weight, it's not really heavy. It's okay. You won't even feel the difference. So that's the thing. But then in terms of comfortability, it's just moderate according to my opinion. Especially if I can compare it with the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck, oh, you feel like, oh wow, it feels absolutely like just a PlayStation controller or an Xbox controller. But this one, in terms of the buttons, they are okay, but I don't like these sticks. They feel like they're too light. They can just they're too easy like that. So yeah, that's something that I noted, but it's okay. Something one can get used to. It's not so much of a struggle. So that's another thing that I note about it. And in terms of sound, the sound quality is awesome. It's nice. So to put it simple, with the ROG Ally, this is like a gaming PC in a handheld form. Of course, if you want a gaming PC, why don't you go for this? Because come on, you can also play on your display. You just put a USB hub. I sometimes do that. Connect the controller and play on my smart TV on the back here. Okay, you just put it there. Some they have their own docks and stuff like that. You just put your USB hub here, connect an HDMI cable. Watching your display is the same as a switch in some other ways. You know, you can make it a switch, or maybe you can say an ROG Ally switch. Yeah, it is possible. And what I love about this, even more than the Steam Deck, for example, is that you are not limited to only playing games on Steam, which are optimized for the ROG Ally. But I noticed that even games on Game Pass, come on, join Game Pass and you are able to access hundreds and hundreds of games. Some they come as day one with just a small amount of money monthly, unlike having to buy expensive games all afresh. So that's something that I know, meaning you don't have to wait for them to optimize games for you on Steam. You can just pick any game you like, you play it straight away. You know how to play with settings, you can. It allows you. That's why I say it's a gaming PC on a handheld form. That's one thing I love. It runs games smooth. It uses the chip of the Z1 Extreme. So yes, although some they just use the Z1 chip, but no major difference. You can still play games anyhow, like a PC gamer. You are not limited. That's the beauty of the ROG Ally. So far, overall, what can I say about it? If you want the Ally, if I was to buy again, I think I would buy again, okay? I would buy again. The only thing to me that feels like a bit of a competition, maybe it could be the Legion Go, since it does remove the cons, but it's a bit bigger and stuff like that. So yes, it depends, but under normal circumstances, this is good. I only hate the battery. If I was to say, according to my opinion, the battery, it kind of sucks, you know? But with the power bank, you know, you can always plug it in, go outside, put it on the side, you could be gaming. On your bed, you plug it in, it's on the side with a, you can game. Okay, you can walk around, unless if you realize, oh, it will add some extra load if you were to carry a power bank. That is when it becomes problematic. But if you are on a plane, come on, it won't be so heavy. Put it on your pocket, take it from your bag, then you are sorted. Overall, yeah, this is so far okay. I hate that I'm not sure about the SD card and the battery, but everything else is fine. And of course, that's all I had for you in today's video. If you want to buy your ROG Ally, you haven't bought yet, yes, you can also check the link. You can buy from Amazon. Click the link and buy through it. Straightforward. And then I will see you next time.